Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and today we've got a bit of an interesting video because this isn't an actual review or anything like that. It's basically just kind of like a last-minute attempt to promote these figures because this is a line from the Natural History Museum. I believe they are created by Toyway, if I'm correct, maybe? Yes, there we go. Toyway on the underside, which is the same company that had created the Walking with Dinosaurs figures as well. The BBC Walking with Dinosaurs figures. But this is a very interesting line of dinosaur figures that until recently I only really had like 3 of, I think, and all of which except for one already have reviews up on the channel, and there is a review for the other one, but I haven't actually posted it. I filmed it years ago and never actually put it up or anything. But basically what I wanted to do today is just show you guys my mint in box versions of these figures, not any of the ones that I've already reviewed because they're out of the packaging. I just wanted to show you guys these because they are recent acquisitions of mine, and I just wanted to show them a little bit to you guys because I'm not going to pull them out of the box to review them, so it's really my only way to show them to you guys without an actual review, and to show you that they exist and let you know that they are retired, and if you want to get a hold of them, you'll have to head to Everything Dinosaur and grab them as soon as possible. Although I think at this point the number of figures that they have on there are actually starting to dwindle a little bit, because I went on to purchase some, which a good healthy dose of these came from Everything Dinosaur, but they weren't all on there anymore. So if you are interested, I would recommend grabbing these as soon as possible because they're just going to get harder and harder to get a hold of. But let's go ahead and readjust the camera here just for a minute, and then we will show you all of the figures that I have here currently from this line. And again, when I say all of the ones that I have from this line, what I mean is all of the ones that I have mint in box, because the ones that like I said, I already have out of the box, I'm not going to take a look at here in this video. But first of all, you can see there is an Ankylosaurus in the line, and this one's actually pretty fun. I would say it's probably one of the best figures of the line overall that I have here. And one thing I really like about it is the pose. You can see how the rear leg there on the other side is kind of crouched, almost making it look like a struggle is occurring, and maybe a dinosaur is trying to take the Ankylosaurus down. That's sort of my takeaway from the pose. That's a bit different than what you often see, so I could see this figure, you know, being very valuable when it comes to creating very cool dioramas, because with that kind of crouching pose, you don't see that very often. You can see this leg as well as kind of buckling as well, making it almost look like there's like a theropod of some kind putting a foot on that side of the figure, and again, on that side of the dinosaur and trying to take it down. But you can see it is a pretty cool Ankylosaurus. I also really quite like the packaging that they have for these, because you've got that really nice wooded area, and each one seems to have, I think, a different image behind it. And then if you actually turn it around and take a look at the back of the box, you can see a good bit of information, as well as like almost like a card, like a fact file that you can cut out and keep for your figure if you decide to throw the packaging. But obviously I'm keeping all of mine in the packaging. But like I said, I am a pretty big fan of that Ankylosaurus. I really like that one. There is also this one, which I have actually reviewed the Diplodocus here on the channel in the past. However, I didn't have this one, which is their Kentrosaurus. That one, when I purchased the Diplodocus, I actually had purchased it on eBay, I think, and it came out of the packaging. So, you know, with the news of this line being retired, I really wanted to get all of them that I could, and to, you know, get this little Kentrosaurus, I had to repurchase the Diplodocus. But there is a review up on the channel for the Diplodocus. However, like I said, definitely didn't have the Kentrosaurus previously, and obviously it's not the best Kentrosaurus in the world, and as a whole, I would say a lot of these figures aren't really that great, and considering they're from the Natural History Museum, it's kind of shocking how inaccurate they really are. But they've been out, I believe, for quite some time. I don't know if we have a date anywhere on these. I'm not really seeing one. Maybe here on the back? No. Oh, wait, 2021. So I don't know if that... I definitely remember them being around prior to 2021, if I am recalling correctly, I think these have been out for quite some time. I actually kind of feel like these have been on Everything Dinosaur since I found out about Everything Dinosaur, and that was a long, long time ago. But I'm not entirely sure when the line was created. But as you can see again on the back, you've got the little fact files for both of the dinosaurs. Even though they're not the most, accurate or best versions of these dinosaurs that you'll ever see, they are really still quite fun figures, I think, and definitely something that I'm really happy to be able to add to my collection. Then we've also got the Kentrosaurus and Carnotaurus. So of course I needed the Carnotaurus. The Kentrosaurus is another figure that I did already have prior to this, and that's the one that I actually did film a review for a few years ago and never actually put up on the channel. So I may actually put that one up at some point soon, but the Carno I did not have. And again, with the news of the line being retired, I definitely needed the Carnotaurus in my collection. But you can very clearly see yet again that it's not the best Carnotaurus, and it is in fact highly inaccurate. Even by old standards, it's still a super inaccurate Carnotaurus. So that shows you that when Toyway was creating these figures, they definitely didn't do as much research as they probably should have when it comes to the figures as a whole. But you can again see the fact files here on the back. Pretty fun. I really do quite like that. But again, really happy to have the Carnotaurus, even though I now have seconds of the Kentrosaurus, but it is what it is. I at least have one out of the packaging and one in the packaging. Here's the only one that I have in box that is a different style of packaging. Now, I don't know why the packaging is different on this one, but we very clearly have the Stegosaurus, and I actually had shown this one off in a recent short video here on the channel, letting you guys know that this line was in fact retired. But it was after I made this that I acquired all of these others, so I really felt like it just made sense to put a video together to show them all off to you guys. But you can see the Stegosaurus is actually pretty cool. I would say the Stegosaurus is right up there with the Ankylosaurus as far as being one of my favorites from the line. And then you again have the back here again with the information, but it's very different compared to the other one. I actually wonder if maybe this was an older release. Let's see if we can find the date on this one. I'm not seeing it, unlike the other one, which I did see a date for. Maybe this would let me know that this was in fact a figure that was released. Oh, let's look under here. Released a bit earlier on. I don't know. I don't see date anywhere on this one, unless I'm just blind. I mean, it's very possible that it's there and I'm just not seeing it. But this is the only one, again, that I have that has a very different style packaging to it. Totally different design, in fact, on this one compared to the other one. And a different style to the Toyway logo. That's the logo that I'm actually familiar with. I don't recall the other logo that we had on the other boxes. But again, pretty cool Stego. Then we have one that is really neat because we have a Megalosaurus in the line. And that is definitely a species of dinosaur that is super overlooked, I would say. And again, you're not going to find the most accurate, up-to-date interpretations of any of the dinosaurs in this line. But you can see it is a pretty cool looking Megalosaurus and a pretty fun paint scheme on that one as well. But it's just super cool in general to have a Megalosaurus out in this line. And then you can see again the fact file here on the back, just like the others. And then we also have a Baryonyx in the line, and you can see the Baryonyx is a bit goofy looking, but still pretty fun. I definitely like the greenish tones, pretty basic coloration for that guy, but not a terrible figure, just again, not one of the best out there of a Baryonyx, but it is a bit larger than a lot of the other theropods that we have in here, which is pretty cool. And then the final one that I have as far as the actual mint in box figures would be the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And oddly enough, I would say the T-Rex is probably the ugliest figure in the entire collection. Maybe the Carnotaurus would be, but there's just something going on with the head of this T-Rex that I really don't like. He's very awkward looking, very strange looking as a whole. Once you move past that point, I think it's fairly fun. The paint applications of these figures, I would say, are pretty darn nice overall for the most part. I would say all of them have decent looking paint apps. And again, we have the same thing going on here on the back with the fact file. I don't remember if I actually showed you guys the back of the Baryonyx box. I don't think I did. So there you go, in case you wanted to get a look at that. But as far as the mint in box figures go from this line, those are all the ones that I have currently. I may try to get the others, but I have now everything that is still available on Everything Dinosaur, and of course I'm trying to grab others from eBay wherever I can. Outside of the ones you've seen here, there is also a Triceratops in the line, which I do have, but it's out of box. And there is also an Iguanodon I actually had recently seen somewhere, which I never knew existed. I had actually never seen that figure before. I don't know if that one was retired a while ago or what. Now, outside of those, I don't know if there are any others in this line that maybe I have not seen yet. If you guys happen to know, definitely let me know in the comment section so I can try to complete my collection as far as these go. But like I said, just wanted to kind of show you guys these figures, let you know that these are now retired, and if you are interested in any of the ones you had seen or the line as a whole, make sure you start collecting them now before they are gone and the prices rise drastically. And of course, in the comment section, let me know what you guys think of these, and like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.